Oh, well, here we are back again. And I think we established yesterday that 2024 was indeed a great year for the band. So now we need to figure out exactly why was 2024 such a great year for the band. And for me, there's a few reasons, a few things that jump out. The fact that they have injected some new music that is good stuff like Oblivion, Monsters, What's Going Through Your Mind, Life Saving Gun, Pillow Jets. Like all of these have had some big major moments. And maybe unlike the Big Boat album, maybe more like 2015. They were coming off of Fuego and the chilling, thrilling Halloween show. And by the time they got to that following summer, those songs had all worked their way into the rotation. They all had multiple plays, and they were just starting to come into their prime. Maybe not even their prime, but they were beyond their rookie season. And that was the same thing. And although some of these did make their rookie debut, really, I believe What's Going Through Your Mind wasn't that was brand new just this year, right? And then while others, Monsters, another one, there was some good stuff that we got from the new album that we had. Okay, now I'm getting confused. See, they put out so many new things. I'm like, wait a minute, what year was that? Okay, so and like to me, Wave of Hope is still a new song too. So I'm starting to get confused here in my own video. But Oblivion, Monsters, What's Going Through Your Mind, Life Saving Gun, Pillow Jets, even if they didn't debut this year, they're all new songs. And it would have been a different year. You take all of those songs away and just replace them with kind of familiar, even if it's with familiar favorites. Like we still got plenty of it, like Down with Disease, Tweezer, Split Open and Melt, Stash, like all four songs, all pretty much amazing all year long. But I feel like maybe we got a Down with Disease less or a Tweezer less, maybe just one or two plays. While those are always outstanding and they're always going to be in contention for like some of the best songs of the year, they had to make room, for songs like Oblivion or What's Going Through Your Mind. Which I think is a good thing. Normally like less Tweezer might not be a good thing, but if it's still going to be awesome and you're still going to get like 4 or 5 as opposed to 5 or 6, that's outstanding. And then songs like My Friend, again, maybe it wasn't a debut this year, but all of a sudden that has become a big song where they improvise and it's like one of the big songs of the night. And after the Sphere, I feel like the taste was rejuvenated. So they rejuvenated some old songs. Our familiar favorites that are always going to be like 5 star are still there. They've injected some new stuff. Then on a personal note, I feel like Piper had a big comeback year. I mean, it's been a while since we had 2 or 3 outstanding Pipers all in one tour or one year. And then the songs like Most Events Aren't Planned, Life Saving Gun, I Always Wanted It This Way. Again, maybe that's just personal flavor for me and taste that I like those songs. I like that sound. I like that they've been going into it a little more. And then, like I mentioned, I felt like they leaned a little too far on New Year's Eve. I mean, they just went full EDM rather than like Phish EDM. They just went full. Never go full EDM. Right? And then this is not new this year. This has actually been coming over a couple of years, but something as simple as like Possum, First Tube, Julius, like it just seemed like through the middle part of the last decade through the end, 2013, 14, 15, 17, 19. It was just Possum, Julius, First Tube, ending so many sets, ending so many shows, second sets, encores. And I know we did just get a First Tube set closer at MSG, but for the most part, it's like we've been getting Possum earlier in the show. We've been getting less Julius. First Tube's been mixed around throughout the set list. So sometimes just taking and hitting the shuffle button on the set list itself, even if it's all the same songs in the rotation, for me that has been it has made songs like Possum, Julius, and First Tube much more enjoyable. Although Walls of the Cave, I feel like Walls of the Cave could use a little update. Maybe it's kind of being replaced as this big powerful set closer by Most Events Aren't Planned. As as a viewer pointed out, Most Events Aren't Planned could have been in the running for Song of the Year. I think I just viewed it more as this big, powerful set closing song, which is a great use for it. And I did enjoy it every single time. I don't know, maybe that was again, more evidence that 24 was a great year because that was a great song. I just felt like maybe it was too by the books every time, while every time, man, it kicked ass and did its job. It maybe didn't have the same job as like a Pillow Jets or a Fuego or something like that. Not a lot of improv on that one. Improv. So I don't know. Those were some of the things that I felt like made this year such a great year. And then I wonder, well, 25, like, it seems like every few years they're going to switch things up, whether if it's just as simple as a set list shuffle or a injecting some new songs, pulling some old ones out. Like a lot of the songs from Fuego, like the Wingsuit and 555, we're getting a lot less of those now. So if you go back and you compare 2015 and this year, there'll be some similarities as far as just take away all the Fuego songs and add your Oblivions and Monsters and whatnot. Chilling, thrilling stuff is certainly taking a big back seat. So 15 probably still the year for me, my favorite year since the comeback. 17 not far behind, and then maybe this year would be right there. 21 was so good too, though. So I don't know. Those are just some of the reasons. I'm sure you guys will have other thoughts too. Like yesterday, I did my best of, and I thought I covered a lot, really, and maybe even too much. But then more people had more stuff to add, and they were right. You know, that video could have been another 5 minutes of more great stuff. Just more evidence, you know, that 24 was indeed a great year. And this video was explaining why 24 was a great year, I think. At least that's what I was trying to do, from my point of view, anyhow. The new stuff, the set list shuffling, leaning into the Phish EDM, still keeping our familiar favorites, the legendary Hall of Famers. Although I don't know what's going on with Sin of a Mule. If I had to trade an Oblivion or two for a mule, I would. All right, guys, boom, we are out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking, and just overall being a fan. All right, guys, boom, love you. We're out of here.